The Real Housewives is turning me into a shopaholic and foodie. Some watch Real Housewives for the piping hot drama, name-calling, and the throwing of wine glasses, but I'm watching the franchise for something different. Ever since I was sucked into the Bravo universe back when the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills was in its heydays, I started picking up on the little things. The delicious food and over-the-top fashion featured in the franchise distracted me from the real drama on my screen. Now I can safely say that Real Housewives has turned me into a shopaholic and foodie. Let's put it this way. My wardrobe before and after watching Real Housewives are very different, and the fashionistas in the franchise are to thank for that. When I think fashion icon, a few housewives pop immediately into my mind. When Erika Jayne first entered RHOBH, my whole world changed. The second I saw her monstrosity of a closet, I became envious of everything she had. Her fashion sense is unmatched. She doesn't do basic. Everything she wears is over the top and dramatic. One of her most iconic outfits is her dominatrix Barbie look in Berlin. She wore a red latex top with a tight black skirt and uber-high heels, which was perfect for a night out in the German city. Her hair was in a slick-back high pony with punk-style bangs, feeding into the Barbie vibe of the outfit. After seeing that outfit, I knew latex was going to be the next addition to my wardrobe. Her wardrobe is nothing like I've seen before. She wears bright colors and almost costume-esque outfits. Somehow, Bronwyn made a hot dog costume look sexy and couture. Her three-of-a-kind St. Laurent heart coat was a staple piece, which in turn made me go out and buy a statement coat myself. Her eccentric taste in fashion has made me get rid of almost every neutral item in my closet and give my wardrobe a complete colorful makeover. Keep in mind that a lot of the Real Housewives cast trips are also centered around shopping. For example, the RHOBH cast went to Rome in season 10. There, Domenico Dulce, of Dulce & Gabbana, invited Sutton Stracke to bring Kyle Richards and Dorrit Kemsley for a private shopping session. The three looked at bejeweled tiaras and got a look at the luxury that is Dulce & Gabbana. I may not have run to a high-end luxury store after watching that, but I can dream. The biggest fashionistas of them all, the Real Housewives of New York City. The OG ladies couldn't go on a cast trip without taking a luxury shopping trip. I used to be the more adventurous type while I traveled. Now all I want to do is shop. I guess I could say, I'm Rebecca Bloomwood now. The franchise has not only turned me into a shopping addict, but the ultimate foodie. Where did it all start? With the hospitality queen herself, Lisa Vanderpump. She came onto RHOBH as a restaurateur, and over the years she has only grown her empire. It started with Villa Blanca and SUR, before we saw her open Tom Tom, and eventually expanded outside of Hollywood with Vanderpump Cocktail Garden and Vanderpump Paris. Each restaurant has a whole different vibe with a unique menu. The second those fried goat cheese balls and pumptini graced my screen, I knew I was going to become a foodie. Lisa's not the only one who's fueled my love for food and drink. Arito and my cast member Bethany Frankel changed my world with her invention of the skinny margarita, which makes a staple cocktail healthier. Between her salad dressings and snacks, her Skinny Girl brand has allowed me to think about eating cleaner. However, I do still love a sweet treat once in a while. The Real Housewives of New Jersey's Melissa Gorga is now in the cookie business. Her sprinkle butter cookies look like they're to die for. We can't forget about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills husband Harry Hamlin, whose famous pasta sauce has inspired me to go full Italian mode in the kitchen. Great food and drink is everywhere on Real Housewives, whether it be the business of one of the ladies or simply a restaurant that's featured on the show. Regardless, it's inspired me to explore different food and drink spots and change up my eating habits. You would think being a die-hard fan of Real Housewives would turn me into a drama queen, but really, it's turned me into a shopaholic and foodie. Materialism is the name of the game in the franchise, hence why fashion icons have come out of the show. They've inspired me to do a complete closet makeover. Food and drink are also central to the franchise. Not only do many of the housewives own food and drink brands, but restaurants are featured in almost every episode. Since watching the series, I've been motivated to go out and explore different spots and change up what I eat and drink. I never thought a reality TV show would turn me into a full-blown shopaholic and foodie, but here we are. What started as casual viewing of Asterisk, The Real Housewives Asterisk has now spiraled into an obsession with designer bags, luxury skincare, and an insatiable craving for caviar-topped everything. And honestly, I'm not even mad about it. It all began innocently enough. I put on an episode for background noise while folding laundry, half listening to the latest scandal or feud. But before I knew it, I was pausing mid-fold to Google whatever miracle face serum Lisa Vanderpump swore by. By the time I reached the season finale, I had not only memorized the name of every cast member's favorite designer, but also compiled a mental list of restaurants I simply had to visit. The first red flag? My growing collection of champagne flutes. You see, the housewives never just sip on a glass of wine. They sip on Veuve Clicquot in crystal flutes that likely cost more than my car payment. Suddenly, my mismatched wine glasses felt embarrassingly basic. I found myself adding elegant stemware to my Amazon cart, convinced that the right glass would somehow elevate my Tuesday night Chardonnay into an experience worthy of a Bravo reunion special. And then came the wardrobe shift. One minute, I was perfectly content in my Target leggings. The next, I was hunting for the perfect designer handbag, channeling my inner Erica Jane. Never mind the fact that I had nowhere to go. I needed that Hermes-inspired structured tote immediately. My bank account protested, but I rationalized every purchase with the words, investment piece . I mean, if Dorrit Kemsley can drop thousands on a head-to-toe designer look just for a casual lunch, surely I can justify a statement bag. It wasn't long before my modest closet was infiltrated by blazers with dramatic shoulder pads, oversized sunglasses, and sequin cocktail dresses that had me close to throwing my own confessionals in the mirror. But the real kicker? The food obsession. I used to be perfectly happy with a simple grilled cheese or a bowl of pasta. But now I crave truffle everything. I want my fries dusted in parmesan and black truffle shavings. I need my brunch to include bottomless mimosas, preferably served with a side of drama. The housewives don't just eat . They turn every meal into an event. And I want it in. One particular episode of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills featured a jaw-dropping seafood tower that I simply had to experience. Never mind that I live nowhere near an upscale seafood restaurant. I scoured Yelp until I found a place that served lobster tail and oysters in a silver-tiered display. Did it cost me half a week's grocery budget? Absolutely. Was it worth it? Every single bite. But the real downfall came when I attempted to recreate their iconic at-home dining setups. Housewives' dinner parties aren't just about the food, it's about the ambience. Suddenly, my dining table felt woefully inadequate. Before I knew it, I was ordering monogrammed napkins, crystal candle holders, and a set of overpriced gold-plated cutlery that, if I'm being honest, I'm terrified to use. I blame The Real Housewives of New York City for my newfound caviar addiction. The way Sandra Morgan casually spreads it on a cracker like it's peanut butter. Aspirational. The first time I tried caviar, I half expected my taste buds to reject it, but nope, I was hooked. Next thing I knew, I was Googling the best brands of Beluga caviar, fully aware that I was teetering on the edge of financial irresponsibility. And let's talk about the cocktail culture. Housewives never simply grab drinks. They curate experiences. I found myself researching mixology classes, determined to master the art of crafting a flawless espresso martini like the ones Kyle Richards orders religiously. I'm not saying I bought a bar cart just to display fancy bottles of tequila, but I'm also not saying that. My transformation into a Housewives-inspired Shopaholic and Foodie became painfully evident when my friends started raising their eyebrows at my newfound extravagance. "Since when do you eat foie gras?" they asked as I Instagrammed my gourmet dinner. "You bought another pair of designer sunglasses," my sister groaned as I showed off my latest find. I couldn't even deny it. I was deep in the Bravo bubble, living my best wannabe rich life. But here's the thing, I love it. Sure, my bank account might be a little, lighter, but there's something undeniably fun about embracing a more glamorous lifestyle. The Housewives taught me that indulgence isn't just for the elite, it's for anyone willing to embrace it. Whether it's treating myself to a fancy meal or splurging on a statement jacket that makes me feel fabulous, I've learned that a little luxury can go a long way.